Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're decoding a real-world, senior-level job posting for a validation engineer in infotainment test automation at TCS. We actually pulled this straight from the Cosmic Latte jobs board. And look, instead of just reading you a boring list of bullet points, we're going to unpack what this specific listing actually reveals about the current state of automotive engineering. But first, I want you to think about this. Who exactly ensures your car's navigation doesn't just completely freeze up while you're cruising down a busy, unfamiliar highway? Today's modern vehicles, they're essentially just massive smartphones on wheels. Seriously, they often run on more lines of code than a literal fighter jet, and that massive responsibility of ensuring it all works seamlessly, well, that falls right onto the shoulders of the validation engineer.
To decode this posting, we've structured our explainer today into 6 quick sections. 1. The modern smart car era. 2. Anatomy of the role. 3. Core daily responsibilities. 4. The technical must-haves. 5. The competitive edge. And 6. Driving your career forward.
All right, Section 1, the modern smart car era, building the baseline. Automotive tech is advancing at an absolutely breakneck speed right now, and a term you'll see plastered all over this job posting is IVI. That stands for In-Vehicle Infotainment. Essentially, this refers to the integrated hardware and software systems in automobiles that provide audio, visual entertainment, and critical navigation info to both drivers and passengers. It's this incredibly complex ecosystem connecting the driver to the outside world, and really understanding it is the absolute baseline for anyone stepping into this role. Moving on to Section 2, Anatomy of the Role, the specifics. Let's quickly run through the baseline stats from the Cosmic Latte job board. This is a full-time role at the global tech giant Tata Consultancy Services, located in Pune, Maharashtra, India. Now, crucially, the 4 to 8 years of experience they're asking for tells us this is very much a mid to senior position. So if you're looking to prep for a role exactly like this, the topics we're about to cover are absolutely what you need to master. And honestly, that level of experience makes total sense, because the primary mission of this role is incredibly complex. The core objective here is system-level validation and automated testing across multi-ECU environments for next-generation IVI platforms. Now, an ECU is an electronic control unit. Think of a modern car as having dozens of these separate little brains. This engineer's primary job is making sure that all these brains talk flawlessly to each other without missing a single beat.
Which leads us to Section 3, Core Daily Responsibilities, Beyond the Code.
The daily grind here is just super varied. Yes, you lead system-level validation, but you're also collaborating in defect triage, meaning when something breaks, you are right there in the room figuring out exactly why. You coordinate tests, you review scripts, you actively manage delivery timelines and sprints, and you're even mentoring junior engineers on hardware in the loop, or HIL setups. It's a real hybrid role, a total mix of hands-on technical validation and rigorous project management. But here's where it gets really interesting. This brings up one of the most surprising yet important elements of the job description. The posting explicitly states you must serve as a key point of contact for daily interactions and confidently handle customer escalations. This is a massive takeaway. You can't just hide behind a dual monitor setup all day writing automation scripts. This engineer needs top-tier stakeholder management skills. When a feature owner or an architect hits a roadblock, you're the one on the front line providing immediate technical insights.
Next up, Section 4, the technical must-haves, the engineering toolkit.
This role essentially bridges two completely different technological worlds. On one side, you need deep, hands-on validation experience with consumer-facing connectivity. We're talking Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. On the flip side, you need robust, working knowledge of hardcore automotive communication networks like CAN, the controller area network, and LIN, the local interconnect network. You are quite literally the bridge between the smartphone in the driver's pocket and the physical wiring woven throughout the vehicle's chassis.
And to make those two very different worlds talk to each other, you need profound IVI domain expertise. Look, if you're studying for a role in this space, pay attention, because these are frequently asked automotive infotainment interview questions. The topics to be prepared for include underlying system architectures, multimedia management, voice recognition processing, and ECU to ECU communications. You really have to understand the entire vehicle architecture from a broad systems perspective, not just isolated pieces of software.
Let's jump to Section 5, the competitive edge, good to have versus must-have.
The job posting is crystal clear when separating the must-haves from the good-to-haves.
The baseline, the absolute mandatory stuff, is that deep automotive protocol knowledge paired with exceptional customer-facing communication. But the differentiator, the things that actually get you the job offer over the other candidates, that's your agile sprint experience and your ability to use scripting languages for HIL test benches.
Let's zoom in on those preferred skills for a second. If you have standout experience with agile ceremonies like sprint planning, requirement grooming, and retrospectives, that is a huge plus. Also, prior exposure to scripting languages specifically for hardware-in-the-loop automation really sets you apart. And finally, seamless cross-functional collaboration experience across HMI, software teams, and external Tier 1 suppliers, that proves you understand modern workflows. Having this toolkit proves you can hit the ground running at TCS without needing months of onboarding.
Finally, Section 6, Driving Your Career Forward, the final takeaway. So, what's the ultimate takeaway from dissecting this TCS role? It's this. Success in modern automotive validation requires an absolute equal mastery of multi-ECU technical complexities and high-stakes customer communication. Gone are the days of the quiet, isolated engineer. The modern automotive tech landscape demands that you be both a technical wizard who understands CAN networks and a highly capable diplomat who can confidently guide a customer through a tense defect triage meeting.
So I'll leave you with this question to reflect on. Do you have the precise balance of automation expertise and communication skills required to drive the future of smart cars? If you want to dive deeper, prep for these exact topics, and crush your next interview, definitely go check out the Cosmic Latte Learning Hub for some amazing resources. Keep learning, keep analyzing, and hey, if this explainer helped you map out your career path today, please make sure to subscribe to our channel for more industry deep dives.